Chit-Chaturday. So today I have so many good things to talk about. I have some things that I had picked up on Amazon that I kind of want to give you my little review about. I've done a lot of shopping on Amazon, so we're going to chat about that. I have some dresses that I had purchased that have since went on sale that I kind of want to highlight in case you missed that. I have a swimsuit that is a mom suit approved, and we're just going to talk about that. And of course we have makeup and just a whole bunch of good things. So sit back, get yourself a cup of coffee, something to drink, and let's get into this. So I'm going to start off with my coffee maker that is in the intro because I've had a few questions about it. So I'm just going to insert a real quick little footage about it, and that will answer perhaps maybe a few of your questions. All right, so here's what the coffee maker looks like. I pulled out a little bit so we can turn it around. There is a water, what is this called? Like where you put the water in order to make the coffee in the back. It also comes with filters. You just remove this off of here, fill it up with some water. There's like a little cleaning tool that's stored under here as well, which is really neat. But here is the front of the machine. So you turn it on and it gives you options. You can choose whether you want to do a espresso, just straight espresso, or what size you want to do. Up here on the display is where you can choose what type of coffee you would like to make, whether you want to do, I think it's called lungo, which is basically espresso but more, and then it goes all the way down to the ristretto. So you choose what you'd like to make. You can make a flat white, which is my personal favorite, lattes, cappuccinos, latte macchiato, and then you can also customize how much milk, how much you want it to froth, how much, it's just absolutely customizable. So you basically put the pod in here. These are what the pods look like. These are a couple. There's a lot of different kinds to choose from, including decaf. And so I ordered these off of the Nespresso website because they usually have some sort of coupon or deal, but they're just these little pods that you buy. You put it in here just like you would a K-cup in a Keurig. And then the coffee comes out of here. This is the milk frother. This is really easy to clean and to maintain. I just clean it out real quick every single time, wipe down everything, and I absolutely love this. We also use the flavored syrups, and I buy those off of Amazon. And so like seasonally, I like to drink coffee seasonally. So all winter was the peppermint and the brown sugar cinnamon, and most currently we are on the coconut. Now as far as milks, you can use whatever kind of milk you'd like. Now real milk is going to froth the absolute best. I wouldn't recommend using flax milk because that does not froth very well at all. Almond milk works really well. Coconut milk works well. Soy milk does really good frothing as also. So basically what I'm trying to say is this machine will work for whatever type of coffee you prefer and whatever kind of milk you like in your coffee. I love it. We love it, I should say. It has been such a great addition. There's so many different types of coffees that you can make with it. Maybe you're just an espresso kind of gal. Maybe you like to have the option or the opportunity to make yourself a fancy coffee at home. It is so simple and easy to use, and we absolutely love it. So I'd highly recommend that specific one. I've had no issues with it. And Breville is a company that's been in business for many years. I have other appliances, smaller appliances by that same brand. And I know my mom has a mixer as well, and she loves that. Okay, so let's talk about this mom suit, because I was on the hunt for a swimsuit that I could use, that I could wear and not be concerned about things slipping, falling out. We don't want to be scaring anybody at the pool, nor do I want to wear a suit that's going to draw any unwanted attention at the pool. I was also looking for something that I could really, like, if I were to do this, go swimming in, go paddleboarding in, like move around in and not have to be worried about anything. I was looking for something that offered some sort of coverage. I often ask myself the question, would I wear this swimsuit if my dad were here? Or would I wear this swimsuit if my brother were around? Or as my children get older, I don't want them to look back and think, Mom wore that? You know what I mean? I don't want to embarrass my children. So I have found a swimsuit that, number one, is high. So it is a high neck. I have a lot of sun damage right here, and that's just from my early days of laying out with body oil in the sun for hours, and I loved it. I did the tanning bed thing, and so this is just really, really sun damage. So having this high neck is going to be awesome to kind of conceal that area and prevent any further sun damage from happening. I'm going to insert photos of the model wearing this. No, I am not going to take a picture of myself in this. It is completely adjustable in the back so that depending on what your size is around your rib cage, you have that adjustability. This is a size, the sizing on this goes according to your bra size. So if you have a larger girls that you really, it's hard to find swimsuits. Like buying small, medium, large is really difficult because they're not proportionate. So you might be a 34 around, but you might be a D cup. Well, you know, that's hard because maybe you're a medium, maybe you're a large. If you're 32 around and you have larger girls, then it's really hard because you'll never find the right, it will either be too loose here, too small here, or vice versa. So I love the sizing on this. It is absolutely wonderful because we're not all made the same, but yet swimsuits are like small, medium, large. Well, everyone's body is different, you know? It also has removable cups. As far as the bottoms go, this is, I would say, a medium coverage bottom. This isn't going to be no chikini or it's not a high waist situation. Now this swimsuit is from Athleta. If you're not into this particular color with the little flower or whatever, it barely even looks like a flower. They do have other colors that this comes in. Now the really neat thing about Athleta is if you didn't like this bottom, they have other styles. So say you want a solid colored swimsuit and you want to customize which bottom you want to match the top. It's completely your choice. You can choose different bottoms, but I chose the medium coverage matching bottom. I think this is absolutely a great option if you're looking for something that's going to cover you. You don't have to worry about cleavage showing. Nothing's going to shift and move around. When you're strapped into this, I mean, you could do anything. Nothing is shifting, nothing is moving. It's completely worry-free, and it's offering, you know, a little bit more protection from the sun in the areas that for me already have seen the sun too much. I want to show you a few dresses. So this dress that I am wearing is a wrap style dress, and since I posted that Nordstrom haul, it went on 40% off. I'm kind of bummed about that because I did not get 40% off, but I guess that's just the way it works. Like if you really love something, on the flip side, I would recommend buying it because it could sell out in your size kind of thing, and I've noticed that in the past, I've missed out on things because I was waiting for it to go on sale and then it went out of stock and I never got it. So sometimes it's worth paying the full price if you can get something that you love. But this dress it's just, as I explained in the try-on video, it just flows and it makes me feel like a super rich person just walking around my mansion. Just the way that it kind of gently sweeps the floor, the ruffling details. It's a very flattering dress. It has a nicer sleeve length on it, so if you don't like to show your upper arms at all, it's great. I mean, it does show maybe a little bit of cleavage, but if this bothers you, you could always get a safety pin and just kind of button it. You know, that's the cool thing about dresses is you can buy something, maybe one little thing you don't necessarily like about it, but a safety pin will fix any problems. The other dress that, oh my gosh, I love. So I'm going to insert a picture of me on Easter Sunday. I wore this dress and I wore it with a cardigan over it just because when you're inside with air conditioning and all that, it can be a little bit chilly. But outside, you can see how beautiful the details of this dress are. So this is by the brand ASTR, the label. I'm going to tell you right now, size up. I bought a medium in this, and typically in a dress, I'm usually like a women's small most of the time, but this one doesn't have any spandex in it, so I sized up to a medium in order to get this portion over my hip area. Now, I love this dress because it's a short dress, right? But it has the overlay that gives you the length. So it really hits in just a lovely spot. And I don't think it's too long. I'm 5'4", so I'm kind of on that, you know, area where I could wear a petite or I could wear regular. And I think for a regular length dress, this is just perfect. The straps are also adjustable too, so if you don't, you know, if you need a little bit more length, that is a possibility. But this particular color is, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this bright yellow. But it has a neon quality to it. And neon's really hard to translate over the camera. And I even noticed this looks, yeah, this has even got a slight neon. It's a beautiful green. But as you can see, it's just, I love all of the lace. So I wanted to share with you that dress because it's what I wore on Easter Sunday. And I love that dress so much that I ended up ordering it in this color. This is the lavender. I think they call this lavender. Look at this color. Ugh. This color is just stunning. It's a very beautiful lavender, and I think it has a little bit more of a blue quality to it as well. But this style is so elegant. If you find yourself maybe being invited to like a bridesmaid situation or maybe like a summer wedding, even date night out with your husband. It's an elegant dress, and it's very inexpensive for the quality. I want to say it's around maybe $70, $80 or something like that, which for a dress, that's a good price point for a quality dress. I love dresses. I find myself living in them, quite honestly, when it gets really hot. I like to have the breeze flowing through. And so both of these dresses are just wonderful. Okay, let's change it up a little bit. I wanted to share this body wash with you. This is the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere by Philosophy. It smells heavenly. Absolutely divine. Oh, there's an element of sweetness to this, but there's a warmth element as well, and I just stuck my nose all up in that. So this is one of those things where you can use it as shampoo, bath, or shower gel, but I just use it strictly as shower gel or bubble bath. It smells so incredible. Like, it's one of those scents where it's like a perfume, almost like a perfume cashmere, but there's that sweetness to it. So all I can tell you is go smell this. I really think this is going to appeal to a vast array of people, even people that prefer clean scents, because there's something very clean, sweet, yet deep and alluring and just like a lasting quality. It's just, even when you got the bubble bath going, you walk into the bathroom and it's like, oh my gosh, it smells heavenly in here. So Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere by Philosophy. So I had someone ask me a few questions about my sensitivity to chemical sunscreens and what SPF I do use and enjoy. So I've mentioned this before, but the Drunk Elephant Umbra Sheer Physical SPF, this is SPF 30 sunscreen. I'm getting down to the end of this one here, and this is 20% zinc oxide, which is a physical sunscreen. Chemical sunscreens break out my skin horribly, and it took me several years of trying to figure out what was breaking my skin out, because when you try a lot of makeup, you try a lot of skincare, you think about your hormones, you think about all kinds of things. There's all kinds of reasons why your face would be breaking out. And so I finally, by process of elimination, putting a foundation on my face and then nothing else new, okay, this is what it is. And so this is one of the sunscreens that I use. Now, my one thing about this is you really have to push it into your skin because it is zinc oxide, and zinc oxide is typically that very white sunscreen, white physical sunscreen. It makes me think of like the movies of like the guy at the pool, he's like totally overdressed and he's got the white sunscreen all over his nose. It's not to that degree. This does blend into your skin, but I have noticed it can be visible if you really don't blend it in all the way. And it's very hydrating. It leaves a very dewy, tacky finish to the skin, which can be sometimes annoying if you have clean hair or if, like you're trying to put more makeup on your face on top of this. However, I do like it. But I got this in the mail. This is the Algenist Alive Prebiotic Balancing Moisturizer with SPF 15. So half the SPF is this, so it's not as high. However, this is really nice. This blends into the skin beautifully. I didn't notice any sort of white cast or anything. The finish on it is just a nice light moisturizer type feel. Let me see what kind of SPF. This is zinc oxide 13.7%. So this is 20, this is 13, this is SPF 30, this is 15. So I think depending on the scenario, if you're going to be out for all day, I wouldn't probably do the 15 unless you're going to be in shade, because 15 is going to provide half the protection as the 30 kind of thing. And so this is lighter, but like a day like today, I'm mostly going to be inside most of the day, so I just went with the 15. I do prefer the finish on this better, and I like how it sinks into my skin better than this one. I gotta talk about makeup, and I cannot believe this, but in my Sephora VIB or Beauty Insider sale recommendations video, I completely forgot about this lipstick. I knew in my mind I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't write it down on my list, and I write everything down because as soon as I sit down and hit record here, my thoughts take me all over the place, and I have to keep referring to my list because I will forget something, and lo and behold, I forgot this lipstick, and this is what I'm wearing. This is the Becca, let's see, Lipstick Love, I think it's called, Ultimate Lipstick Love. It's wonderful. This lipstick is beautiful. I talked about this, I think maybe it was February favorites or something. I bought this with my friend Tasha, and I think she had already bought one, and she's like, have you tried this lipstick? And I'm like, no. She's like, you need to just buy one. So I went and I swatched a bunch of colors. This is the shade Petal. It has a cool undertone. I like how they have these lipsticks displayed too, because they have like warm undertones labeled with a W, cool with a C, so you don't have to spend all this time swatching. You can kind of know if you're looking specifically for those undertones, what part of the display to go to. But they have a vast array of colors, and I would like to get another color, maybe something a little bit more springy, summery, but this Petal is just a beautiful, cool tone, like nudie pink color, maybe a little bit deeper. I love it. Absolutely love the formula. It's so comfortable, very hydrating. I cannot believe I didn't recommend this, but I think the sale is still going on as I am speaking about this. So add this to your let me look at this kind of thing because it's wonderful. Another lid product that my friend Jelena gifted to me, and I've been wearing this a lot. I actually dug it out of my purse because this is one of those products, especially this color. I wouldn't say the darker colors you could do this, but this color I can just whip out and apply to my lips without having to really think about it. But this is the Lancome L'Absolu Lacquer. The shade is 306. It's a beautiful mauve. So this is a product that is going to give you opacity like a lipstick, shine like a gloss, and lasting power of like a stain kind of thing. It's wonderful. Here's what the wand looks like. I'll give you a little swatch. Actually, let me swatch this next to the lipstick. So this is going to give you buildable color. You can let this dry and then apply a second color. The darker colors, because I had tried Jelena's other darker color, that's going to give you more punch immediately, but it's a more saturated situation. Well, no wonder I like those two so much. They're very similar. So there's the 306 by Lancome, and that is the shade Petal by Becca. Wonderful lip products. Definitely recommend checking either of these out for the sale as well. I think both of these things should be on the Sephora website as well. Maybe even this. I don't know. I bought this at Ulta, but maybe at Sephora they have it too. Let's interject those Amazon purchases before we finish off with some makeup. So I was looking for a certain style of dress for some photos that I was having taken with my husband. And I was on Amazon, just kind of curious. I've been seeing a lot of people shopping on Amazon. I know this past winter I bought a few things and I never got around to showing them to you. And at this point, they're not things you would wear at this time of year. So I'll wait till next year because it seems like it's probably something that's always there. Anyways, I placed an order for a couple dresses. And I know that it's a shot in the dark to order because you don't know the quality. And you're not familiar with it, and there are all these different retailers that are selling. But anyways, Chelsea, spit it out. So I found this dress, and I'm going to show it to you on my body because on this hanger, it's not going to do anything. The color of it is stunning. This also comes in a beautiful cream, and I've seen a lot of people posting reviews about this dress, and it got amazing reviews, first of all. Second of all, there are a lot of photos of people getting married in this dress, like on a beach, or doing like romantic type photos, and that's exactly what I was doing. So I bought the dress, and I wanted the cream, but then I really thought about how much I love this color, and I love color, and I didn't have any dresses in this beautiful like mint / seafoam green shade, so I just went for it. Now this is a definite departure from what I normally would wear. The back is open, it's a halter style. It does have built-in like privacy cups in here. I'm shocked how comfortable this is, how like you don't have to wear a bra with it, but it doesn't look bad. Like it still looks good. I think you could do like some sort of those like stick-on cups if that were to make you uncomfortable, but it actually holds you in really well. For the price point, it's amazing. Now, I will tell you that it's going to come incredibly wrinkled. And I did iron this on a very low setting. It probably could stand to be ironed again. But my expectations weren't real high. I mean, when you're shopping online on a retailer you've never shopped at before, you don't know the quality, and it's like, what, $30 or something? So I didn't expect it to be like the quality of, say, this Nordstrom dress. Like, you're paying a third of the price. So I expected like a third of the quality. But I was really pleasantly surprised with how beautiful this was. It does have nice slits on the side. I just think, beautiful pictures in the woods, like some romantic, whimsical ones, maybe some on the beach, some in a beautiful field of flowers. I just think it's a fun dress. It's a departure from what I normally would wear. It's a good dress to kind of wear around your yard, maybe. Okay, that sounds funny. I don't know if I'm explaining my thought process well on this one. Chelsea says the darndest things. but it is a very sexy, whimsical, fun little dress. So the other dress that I ordered off of Amazon looks super cute on the model, and this is the kind of dress, the style of dress that I gravitate towards, because this is what I throw on every day, just doing things around the house, especially on summer vacation when my kids are home. I like to just wear very comfortable, easy, free-flowing, lightweight material dresses. So this dress is a shorter dress. This color caught my eye because I don't really have anything this color in my closet. It's like a dusty, muted, purpley, grayish blue color. I don't know, it was really different. I thought it might be flattering. It does come in a slew of colors. I bought a size small in this dress. I love that it has pockets. I like the length on this dress. It is a thinner material. Just know that. It is a thin material. Like I said, this is not, a dress. This isn't as good of a quality, I think, as some of the dresses that I bought from Old Navy, but it's different. It's not that it's not as good. I like it for different reasons. The material is 95% rayon, 5% spandex. So it's very lightweight, it is kind of thin, a little bit sheer, but I mean, how thick of a kick-around dress do you want when it's 98 degrees? Like, I don't want a thick dress. I want something that's going to breathe and move when the breeze comes through. But I do love that it has pockets. I've seen a lot of this style. You can wear a regular bra with this. You could top it with a cute cardigan, pair of heels, pair of wedges, maybe some cute little ballet flats, like whatever. Like, this is a dress you can wear boots, whatever you want. But I don't see pockets in this style dress very often, and I think pockets in a dress is genius. Very pleasantly surprised with those dresses from Amazon. They have an amazing return policy too. Just check the retailer before you purchase to make sure that who you're buying it from accepts returns, and it's seriously the easiest return process ever. I bought like 8 dresses this past winter, and 7 of them did not work out, and the return process was so easy. So don't worry about ordering if you're a little on the fence, because they do make it very simple for you to return. I have 2 foundations. The first I want to talk about is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. Y'all know, like, I can't believe I just said that. I've been in the South long enough to pick that up, apparently. This is the SPF 50+. It has full coverage. Is this a physical? Yeah, it's titanium dioxide and zinc oxide sunscreens, which are both physical. I haven't had this in years because when I used to wear this, it did not last well on my skin, which was kind of shocking. But I'm wearing this today, and I really like this. I've missed having this in my collection. I have the shade Light, comes with a pump. It's basically marketed as like a full coverage foundation, plus it has skincare benefits built into it as well. And obviously the SPF 50 is very alluring. So between a lighter SPF, like if you were to pick this up, if you were to wear a sunscreen with a higher SPF, you would get that coverage that you probably were originally looking for in just the sunscreen alone. But so far, I've worn this, let's see, Jelena brought it to me when she was here, which at this point was like a couple weeks ago, and I've been wearing it, and it's lasting. So it's not super hot yet. We're still in like the 80s, which I think, for probably most of you north of me in the summer, that's probably the highest you're going to see with temperature. And I mention that because when it gets really hot, my foundations tend to break up. And so far, I think this looks really pretty. I am actually shocked with the coverage in a very little amount of product. The other foundation I had used in my recent Get Ready With Me, which I will link below, and I really like this. So this is just a little sample of it, but this is the Chanel foundation. I can't remember if it's called Ultimate or it's like their new long-lasting foundation. It does not have SPF in it, which I appreciate because I don't rely on SPF within my foundation to give me what I need for coverage. And so I prefer to have that separate from a foundation. And so it comes in a bunch of shades. And I noticed that they have changed their shade system where you have like the Bs, the BRs, and the BDs. So they've expanded, which is fantastic because before I was really between 2 shades and nothing ever really was perfect. So that's why I never bought their foundation. Okay, so this offers great coverage in a very thin consistency. It's not a thick, tacky, full coverage, nor is it drying. It's really beautiful. I would say it has a good natural finish. I wore it all day yesterday. And I flipped on the car mirror, which doesn't lie, and I had been wearing it at that point probably about 6 hours. Flawless. I didn't see any breaking up anywhere. Like, it just looked just as good as when I had first put it on. So I'm really considering purchasing this foundation because I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And at this point, I prefer lighter coverage, like light to medium. But if you can get that full coverage look out of like less foundation, I'm all about that. So that foundation is way up for me on recommendations. Okay, and last I want to talk about these eyeshadows because they are $5 and they are fantastic. So they are the Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadows. Jelena gifted me these as well. In my little Get Ready With Me, I used the shade Ironic, which looks like this. And I also used the shade Zinc About You. So once again, car mirror, flipped her down. And I even looked right before I took my makeup off at night, which would have been an additional like 3 hours. And no fading, no creasing, no disappearing. They were just as brilliant as when I had applied them. So Ironic is like a gorgeous platinum, and this shade called Zinc About You is kind of like a smoky mauve. There is Ironic and there is smoky mauve. Now on my eyes today, I'm wearing Ironic on the inner portion, and on the outer portion, I have the shade Platinum Nights, which is this gorgeous deep blue. Look at that. The texture of these, it kind of reminds me of ColourPop a little bit, like their Super Shock shadows, you know, like the OG ones. I'll give you a little swatch here. This is like a smoky, beautiful blue in a very wearable way. I tried to focus it. Let me turn this up here a little bit. Like on the outer portion, I didn't want to do a full-on blue, but I wanted to kind of play with this color. I thought I might play with this one today, but I ended up thinking that this might steal the show if I put this on. But this is the shade Copper Me. Oh my gosh. I think a summer look with this would be gorgeous. But it definitely is pretty incredibly pigmented. So I've been applying these with a brush. Obviously, you can get some pretty good opacity with a finger, but I find it sometimes really hard to get in there with your finger. But these shadows are seriously amazing. I actually kind of want to check out what other colors they have because I'm very pleased with these ones. So that is all that I have to chat about today. I hate when these videos are over because I feel like I could just keep chatting and chatting, and I have so much fun doing these. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye, guys.